On today's show, we have two-thirds of the WoW Trios champions. Introducing first, Kandi Krush.
I am the heavy hitter of top tier, and we're so excited to be here to tell you about all the greatness that we'll be bringing to season 3 of WoW Women of Wrestling right here on the Mike Rand Show.
And we also have the leader of top tier. Please welcome Coach Campanelli.
Hello, Coach Campanelli coming at you, giving you tips on how to watch season 3 of WoW Women of Wrestling. You're welcome.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Mike Rand Show. And today's special guest, we have two-thirds of the WoW Trios champions. Please welcome Coach Campanelli and Kandi Krush. Hey ladies, how you doing?
We're doing
Excellent.
great.
Happy to be here, Mike. Thank you. And as you said, Gloria Glitter could not be here with us. You know, she has a hard time sitting still. So she's
Yeah.
running her Glitter Aerobics Academy right now.
Thank you ladies for joining us today. And we have some huge announcements, everyone. We've got a couple big announcements that we're going to announce on today's show. The first one I want to ask you ladies about and discuss with you is it's happening right now. WoW has a partnership with Pluto TV, and there is a channel where you can watch WoW Women of Wrestling 24/7. Now, how awesome is that? How do you feel about that, ladies?
We love that, because we've put in a lot of work into seasons 1 and 2 already. And if you must be hiding under a rock if you haven't seen WoW yet. But if that's the case, you can go back on the Pluto channel and catch up on seasons 1 and 2 so that you can then enjoy season 3 and all the greatness that we'll be bringing in our new season that's debuting on September 14th.
Yeah, so we have a new season that is debuting this weekend, everybody, and I can't wait to see this new season. Now, just so the home audience knows, there's a couple matches I want to tell you about that's going to happen this weekend. You know, we've got the Mighty Mites, Sugar and Spice. They're going to go up against Animal Instinct, Goldie Collins and Katrina Jinx. Plus, all eyes are on that WoW championship. Everyone wants to take it from the Beast. We've got a number one contenders match between Penelope Pink and Princess Aussie. And who knows what'll happen? Maybe somebody will come out of the woodworks, demand that title. Maybe it'll be a triple threat match. Maybe it'll be who knows what's going to happen and who's going to come out wanting that title. But I have a feeling those are not the only two girls in that locker room who want that title. So you guys got to tune in this weekend. Plus, there's a special ceremony I heard for top tier happening. What's
I mean,
this
I was
all
gonna
about?
say, yeah, I was gonna say, Mike, like that's all good and well, great matches, great athletes, but let's get to the greatest part of the season debut. You want to tell them, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, if you need incentive to watch the season 3 premiere of WoW Women of Wrestling, look no further because opening the episode is top tier being presented with the first ever WoW World Trio Tag Team Championship title belts.
Let's go!
Absolutely.
Now, how awesome is that? Now, we were just talking about last time you were on the show, we needed these belts. So they're finally happening. So
Yes, finally.
apparently somebody was watching this show and they took the note and said, hey, if it's on the Mike Rand show, it's got to happen. We've got to give them the belts.
Finally, David McLean is listening to Coach. And only good things happen when you listen to Coach. So I first mentioned it to him on commentary. We joined him and Nigel Zane on commentary. Finally, obviously I hadn't stopped talking about it since. And finally he listened because now we turned the Trio Tag Team Championship Cup trophy into Trio Tag Team Championship belts, which means that we will now have the opportunity to defend these titles against whomever may want to come against top tier. And, a lot of people, took issue with how we won the trio tag team tournament to begin with. So now they'll have nothing to say against us because we can continue to prove why we are the greatest team in all of professional wrestling.
Now, I gotta ask, what happened to the trophy? Do you ladies still get to keep that trophy? Or did you give it to Ariel Sky? Where did the trophy wind up going?
Well, after she broke my first one, I decided to keep the second one, and it is now on display in Coach's trophy collection. On display for
Yeah.
all of top tier, but it looks nice and amongst all the other trophy friends that I have. So,
But I gotta say, Mike, the audacity of thinking that we were gonna give that to Ariel Sky when she fumbled her water girl position, she had a chance to be in top tier for real. Coach gave her the opportunity, just like we're gonna give everybody an opportunity to come for those trio belts. But the same thing's gonna happen. It's going to stay with us at home where those belts belong, around our waist.
Yep. And I also heard that you ladies have a new arena. Is this true that we're going to see you wrestling in a new arena this season?
So WoW has been leveling up on in every facet of the sport and the show for season 3. And we do have a brand new stage and lighting that is out of this world, that is like exclusive to WoW only. So you need to watch to see that. And of course, to watch our greatness as we walk out on that stage that we're so deserving of now.
Now, I need to know from you ladies, what can we expect from WoW in season 3?
well,
Which I do want to add, this is actually overall the 10th season, but with CBS CW season 3.
right, right. Well, with season 3, like Crush said, we're leveling up in every facet. So top tier's leveling up. We've got trio tag team tournament, or we got trio tag team championship belts. So that's a whole other championship title that will be exciting to watch, to see us defend, to see contenders come up against us. We have elevated wrestling, not only top tier, but a very talented roster altogether. We have the Beast returning from injury from season 2, so she's back to defend that championship belt. I mean, a new stage, lots of intrigue.
Yeah, a lot of powerful athleticism. Like Coach said, we've elevated the wrestling as well. We just keep getting better and better. I mean, I can only speak for top tier, really, because I know that our greatness is only getting greater by the day. Because Coach keeps us in training camp 24/7. She always says the training is never done, the job is never finished. So whether that means at the end of a match, once the bell's already rung, the job's still not done. Whatever it is, whatever Coach requires of us to go out there and prove that we are the greatest team in all professional wrestling, that's what we're going to do. So you're definitely going to see that. And if you would like to attain greatness as well, then you should watch WoW and the season premiere and the entire season and the past seasons, because that's the only way you're going to get great, or try to be as great as we are, because you'll never actually attain it. But I don't know, you can try, but you're going to come and take some notes from Coach and from our team and, elevate yourself and your life too.
And we know that, WoW is on the road, going to conventions, meeting the fans, doing meet and greets. And I want to know, this coming season, do we expect to see more of that from WoW? And what are some of the recent conventions and meet and greets that you ladies have attended this past year?
Well, recently, WoW was at San Diego Comic-Con. Like myself, I was there with Genesis, David McLean, and Jeannie Buss. We had an awesome meet and greet signing. We had a whole panel about women in sports, which was an incredible opportunity to talk about the great things that Jeannie is doing, investing in WoW for women's sports, women in sports outside of, collegiate and school sports, giving opportunities to women to prove, because, this is the season for women in sports and women athletes, not just to prove that we're not just great women athletes, we're great athletes. And I think that's being exemplified in many sports, including wrestling at WoW. Yeah.
And I want to know, this season as well, we just mentioned the Beast and the title shot. What does that look like with top tier as well? If any of you ladies will individually try to challenge the Beast, or whoever happens to be the champion. Do you have any intentions to go for that title shot this season?
Well, we have every intention of being the greatest in whatever division we're in. Right now, we're in the trio division. And per our top tier contract, which coach had drafted up for us when we became members of top tier, she gets the ultimate say so in when we wrestle, who we wrestle, and how we wrestle. So I believe that all the belts belong with top tier. I think it's strap season every season for us, and we can hold that. You know, we've got strong shoulders. We can hold 6 belts up, and I think we should someday, but that's going to be determined by coach on when that would be. But I think it's inevitable one day.
As my enthusiastic teammate likes to say. Yeah, as of right now, I'm really looking forward to showing everybody coach's standard and the standard that we want to set in the trio tag team division and proving to people who maybe for some reason question it that we are the trio tag team champions and we are the greatest team in all of professional wrestling. So we're going to show why we are that way. And, what may come after that, we'll just have to see. But like Krush said, we will dominate in any division we're in. And the reason I built top tier was because I wanted a team that I could trust as every individual as much as us as a team or in any combination. So you might just have to prove that as well.
Now, since your last interview on this show, you have had a couple run-ins with, yet again, Ariel Sky trying to defeat top tier. Now, unfortunately, though, for top tier, you did suffer a couple losses to Ariel, like last time we were talking about with the All-American girls. So what happened there when Ariel teamed with the All-American girls during that match?
Well, first of all, coach always tells us there's no losses, only lessons. So we don't count that as a loss. Plus, we were calibrating at that point. We were trying to figure out who we were as a team. And that season 2, that's old news. Also, the fact that Ariel Sky just couldn't get enough of us, had to keep coming for us. Like, really, why are you so obsessed with us? I mean, I could see why. I'd be obsessed with us too if I wasn't top tier. But the fact that you just keep coming, like, I don't know. Coach needs to give her another tip for that. But we're done with that. That's old news. Season 3, we're a whole new team. Like I said, we've been in training camp. We're a well-oiled machine now. We are the trio champions, the first ever trio tag team champions at WOW. You can't take that from us, and you can't take our belts from us either.
Yeah, I wash my hands of the situation because I'm really excited to see what talent we have that is going to come challenge us for these belts because, it's one thing to wrestle another well-oiled team that is an established trio tag team. Sometimes it's even harder to wrestle a random amalgamation of wrestlers because, if you've come together for the first time in a trio tag match against us, I don't have any tape to watch of you, so I don't necessarily know how you're going to react and act.
And we watch a lot of tape. Coach has us watch a lot of tape.
Wrestling is mental just as much as it is physical. So I always come in with a strategy. And honestly, at that point, if I'm wrestling people who I'm not really sure how they work in their dynamic, I rely on my own team, my own knowledge of how we are and with each other, our well-oiled machine, our, individual strengths and skills and our individual backgrounds. And I rely on that. So I'm excited to see what kind of teams we're going to get coming at us for this trio tag team championship belt.
Because it just seemed like, Ariel was just trying to pull any group of girls together to try to defeat you,
You know what that's called? That's called desperate. She was desperate. She wanted to be us so bad and she couldn't. But whatever, like I said in the past.
And you ladies did wrestle some ladies individually. Coach, you defeated Little J Boogie. And then Krush, you did defeat Ariel one-on-one, and then Gloria Glitter did defeat Steffi Slays. So I want to know what it was like getting in the ring with Steffi Slays and Little J Boogie wrestling those two. What are your thoughts on those two wrestlers?
They're very interesting. I mean, everyone has their own sort of style, which is always a fun challenge, especially for me, drawing from several different backgrounds of sports to inform my wrestling and my movement, and the way that you think. in the ring as well. They are definitely competitors toward top tier. And, we're slated to wrestle, we're booked to wrestle Lil J Boogie with Paula Dead and Chantilly Chella this weekend as well. So it'll be interesting seeing her in a different dynamic with other people too. Um, you know, I can't rely on my wrestling her in a singles because when you have six bodies out there, it's a lot of people, it's a lot of moving parts. And it'll be really interesting to see how they utilize her and what she utilizes herself. And if she's picked up on anything, taken any coach tips from me. So we'll see.
So are we finally done with Team Spirit this season, with the old Team Spirit? Or is this feud still continuing?
Well,
Like
I'd say Coach has been done with them. Once she picked up me and Glitter, she's been done with Team Spirit. Old news.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I know that they suffered a huge loss not having Coach on their side anymore, but I'm excited and I'm ready for top tier. And top tier just keeps leveling up. And the higher we push the bar, the higher the bar is raised for everybody else. So if they want to keep coming after us, that's up to them. I don't blame them, especially now that we have the trio tag belts. But I also want to diversify my opponents and who I wrestle. So I'm going to have some words with Davey McLean about that.
We'll fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. It's the top tier takeover for season 3, baby. Let's go!
Now, who would you ladies like to wrestle this season? Who do you have your eyes on?
It's not about who we have our eyes on. They all have their eyes on us. We're the ones that are carrying the belt. So, like I just said, we'll wrestle anybody. I mean, I don't think there is a trio that compares to ours. Correct me if I'm wrong, Coach. But last time I checked, we're the greatest team in all of professional wrestling. So it's about who has their eyes on us, and we'll take them all on, and we'll defend those belts. They're gonna stay around our waist where they belong.
And what is the biggest motivational piece, Coach, that you tell your team to keep them inspired and to keep them going?
Losing is unacceptable, and winning is everything. And if they don't follow those rules, then I might have to reevaluate their place in top tier. But since we all have a common goal of attaining greatness and maintaining greatness, it's not really an issue. We all want to win, and we all place that in the highest priority. And we know what it takes as a team and as individuals to do that. So, I mean, I say a lot of things too. I talk a lot. I give a lot of coach tips. So maybe what they glean as individuals is something more than that, which more power to them. Great. I love that. But I want them to be the best that they can be because I want a team that is the best.
And also from my side of things for this being under Coach's tutelage, it's not really about the inspiration. That's all great, woo woo, whatever. It's really about understanding the severity of the consequences. And she makes that clear every single day. And I am not going to be benched. I am not Team Spirit. I am a grounder, pounder, real athlete fighter. And I'm not going to make those same mistakes. So it's about knowing that, like she said, losing is unacceptable and winning is everything. And then we're just going to prove that time and time again.
I mean, finally, we're entering a space, right, where women are being taken more seriously in sports. And we're being recognized for not just being excellent female athletes, but excellent athletes. And WOW has always been a space to highlight as many women as possible because we are the entire show. So we are taking that space and we are proving to anybody who needs the proof that we are excellent athletes. We are, the ultimate. So that is another reason that we want to be the best because we want to be the best. So we have to work towards that. And you're never done working towards that. The moment you become complacent is the moment someone's going to take your spot.
And if anybody does need proof of that and of how great we are and of WOW being the main event for women, you can go to wowie.com, enter your zip code, and find out where you can watch us because we're everywhere. We are global. So wherever you are, we are.
Yep. And now one reason why, top tier is the best, and actually, Coach, you actually have something in common with me that I noticed from the last episode. You were wearing a certain wristband with red, white, and green Italian flag colors on it. Now,
Yeah,
Coach, am I correct in saying, are you Italian?
absolutely. Campanelli, come on. I
All
come
right,
from
Italian like me.
a long line of coaches, a lot of coaches because I have a very big Italian family. So,
Yeah, so my mom is from Calabria and my father is from Naples.
oh, cool. My family's from Genova.
Geneva. Okay. Is there any Italian in you, Crush?
Ha, nope. I'm I'm predominantly Ukrainian.
Okay. Now I do gotta ask Coach, and we can ask Crush this as well. What is your favorite type of pasta? I have to ask.
Okay, so my favorite type of pasta I feel like does change up a little bit, but I absolutely love bucatini. I don't know why, but like the long noodle with like the hole in the middle like provides like a different kind of like bite to it. So good.
That is what she orders. That's what she usually orders, and we got to eat as top tier. And we do often have to go to Italian places. It's coach's choice, whatever. I happen to like Italian, so it's fine. My favorite pasta, and if I say it wrong, I'm probably gonna get kicked off of top tier. Um, look, I said I'm not Italian, okay, but it's gnocchi. Gnocchi?
That's pretty good.
Gnocchi?
That's
Okay,
pretty good.
thanks. I
My
love it.
favorite, I love rigatoni. Rigatoni's my favorite. And obviously I love all the other ones as well, but I love rigatoni. That's my favorite type of pasta.
I love it.
And pizza. Do you have toppings or no toppings? I don't actually like any toppings on my pizza, to be honest.
Oh. I do like toppings on my pizza, but I would actually say that the marker of a good pizza is the crust. So
Mm,
very picky when it comes to pizza because of that.
you're right about that.
Mhm.
And now, Crush, what are three fun facts about you that you can share with everybody that we don't know about Crush? Can you come up
Uh,
with
I'm a
fun facts?
I'm allergic to cilantro. And that's really annoying living in Southern California because it's predominantly great Mexican food, I've heard, but I just don't partake. Um, so there's one thing. Number two, I love animals more than I love humans, and I really want to have, um, should I list the animals I want? I want a capybara, I want a raccoon, I want a wombat, a baby goat, a Highland cow. I think I'm missing a bunch of them, but that's a good start. My fiance says no, but you know what? Every reality starts with a dream, and that's my dream. And I refuse to let anybody get in my way. That's how I am. You see that in WoW. I refuse to let anybody stand in my way. So there we go. I'm gonna have a baby animal farm. I might have to live in Australia for that. I won't be next door neighbors with Princess Aussie. Um, and the third thing, shoot, I'm afraid of sharks. I'm terrified of sharks. And I did a WoW triathlon for the LA Children's Hospital a couple years ago. I don't know if you knew that. And the entire time, I swam so fast because I had to get out of the water before a shark got me. That's it. I'm really not scared of many things, but sharks is a big one.
Well, fun fact, I was chased by a shark, not a real shark, but I was in a music video when I was younger. This band Kasabian, they have a song called Cut Off, and I'm in that music video being chased on the streets of Brooklyn by a giant shark. So everyone can YouTube it. Go check it out and find me in the music
Wow.
video. And
That's so
and my
funny.
Australia connection is I have a picture with a kangaroo, which is
Oh
adorable.
my, I'm so jealous. I
So
think I could outbox a kangaroo.
you're gonna have to look up that picture on my social media because I got that kangaroo. Would you box a kangaroo?
Yeah, I just said I think I could outbox one. Guaranteed. Come on. They're not part of top tier, but I am.
Now, Coach, I gotta ask, since you have so many tips, what tip would you give a younger version of yourself if you can go back in time and tell yourself something?
Hmm. That's tough because I've always been a pretty confident, self-assured individual. But I guess I would say, if anything, maybe that I could have gotten into coaching a little bit earlier because that's always been, I've always gravitated toward being a natural leader. But, I haven't always wanted the responsibility. But as you as you start to grow in your own skill and your own talent and broaden your horizons in terms of the types of sports you do play, you just start to get sick of people doing things the wrong way. So, I eventually had to just step in and start coaching.
Okay. And now, ladies, it is time for the lightning round. I'm going to name you a couple things. You tell me which one you prefer. Would you prefer a raisin bagel with cream cheese or an onion bagel with onion and chive cream cheese?
Onion
Onion.
bacon.
Folding chair or hammock?
Hammock.
Push-ups or sit-ups?
Oh, both.
Sit-ups.
Can I choose both? I love them both.
What is more annoying when you're sitting outside on a hot day? The sound of wind chimes or a fly that won't leave you alone?
A fly.
A fly.
Crossword puzzle or word searches?
Crossword puzzle.
Coach probably does both. I do neither. I'm just too busy throwing punches. But she's working on my brain game, so I don't know. I guess word search. I'll go with word search. It's a little easier, beginner level, right?
Fruit beer or cream soda?
I I really like them both, but I'll say
I
root
don't
beer.
I don't drink soda. I pick a milkshake.
Wristwatch or the clock on your phone?
The
Wristwatch.
clock on my phone.
Would you rather have $1 million all at once, or would you rather have it paid in installments over 20 years?
All at once. I'm good at
Uh,
managing money. I can manage it myself.
well, if coach is gonna manage my money, then I'll choose all at once also. I just
I
don't
got
really
you.
know about the whole tax situation and how that plays out, so I just don't want to be left with nothing at the end, you know?
Better horror films, Scream or I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Scream.
Um, can I say that I don't like either?
She's not a scary person.
I don't do scary.
What's worse, attending a pep rally by Team Spirit or having Team Spirit play the actual basketball game?
Play the game.
Yeah, that would not be a good outcome. I mean, that would be entertaining. That'd be funny, actually.
I mean, they are good at getting people hyped up.
Would you rather roll the dice or spin the wheel?
Roll the dice.
I think roll the dice also.
And finally, would you rather ring the doorbell, honk the car horn, or text the person you're there?
I text the person I'm there.
I'm pounding on the door. I'm
Thank
here.
you so much. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you tell everybody how they can follow you all on social media?
You can follow WoW at WoW Superheroes on Instagram and on X. You can follow my personal account at Kandi Krush __ WoW. That's with a K for the candy and the crush on Instagram and on X as well.
You can follow me at Coach Campanelli _wow on Instagram or at Coach Campanelli on X, and that's CAMPANELLI.
And you all can follow me all over social media. Go to MikeRand.com and all my links are there. At official Mike Rand on Facebook and Instagram, and on X, MikeRand.com, C-O-M, like MikeRand.com, and on YouTube, at official Mike Rand and the Mike Rand. And again, thank you, ladies, for joining us here today. Everyone go watch WoW 24/7 on Pluto TV and on your local CBS CW stations for the new season out this weekend. And we will talk to you all soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
And great shirt. Great
Thank
shirt.
you.
Yes.
You as well.